Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unlock the secrets hiding in plain sight within corporate filings. Today we are diving into a company that just IPO'd and some of the very first numbers are hitting the wires. Get ready because we are going to see exactly how this company is setting itself up right out of the gate. Before we dive in, if you like getting these unfiltered insights, smash that subscribe button and join us on Discord. The link is in the description below. We've got a great community there. So what are we looking at today? This is a filing from Muzero Accession Corp, and it's basically a report about their recent initial public offering, or IPO. Think of an IPO as a company's grand debut on the stock market, selling shares to the public for the very first time. This report tells us about the very first moments after that grand debut and what it means. Now, what did they actually sell? They sold what they call units. Each unit is a package deal containing one Class A ordinary share of the company, which is just a regular piece of ownership in the company, and half of a redeemable warrant. A warrant is like a coupon that gives you the right to buy a company's stock later at a set price. So you get ownership and a future option to buy more ownership. These units started trading on the Nasdaq, a major stock exchange, under the ticker symbol MUSU. They also have Class A ordinary shares trading under MUS, and the warrants themselves are trading as MU. The shares themselves have a very tiny par value, which is a legal concept and not really reflective of market value, just $0.0001 per S hair. This report specifically covers what happened around the 2nd of February 2026. The company tells us they sold over 20 million units in their IPO. Imagine selling over 20 million of those package deals to investors. They even exercised an over-allotment option, which is basically an option for the underwriters, the investment banks helping them sell the shares, to sell more shares than initially planned if there is a lot of demand. This means they sold an extra 2.6 million units. They sold each of these units for $10. So if you do the math, 20,125,000 units at $10 each brings in a whopping $201,250,000 in gross proceeds. That's over $200 million raised just from the public offering. That's a huge amount of money right out of the gate. But that's not all. At the same time they were selling to the public, they also did a private sale. They sold an additional 486,875 units. Not to the general public, but to specific parties. Most of these, 335,938 units, went to Muzero Acquisition Sponsors LLC, which is described as the company sponsor. Sponsors are typically the people who get the company started before it goes public. The rest, 150,937 units, went to BT LLC. These private sales at the same $10 per unit price brought in another $486,875. So in total, from both the public IPO and this private sale, they've brought in well over $200 million. Now, where does all this money go? A big chunk of it, $201,250,000, was placed into a trust account. This trust account is managed by a third-party Continental Stock Transfer and Trust Company, and it is held in the US. This is a very common practice for companies that go public through an IPO, especially special purpose acquisition companies, or SPACs. The money in the trust account is typically held aside to fund future acquisitions or operations, and it often includes the underwriter's deferred discount. The report mentions that an audited balance sheet as of the 2nd of February 2026 shows the money coming in from the IPO and the private placement. This balance sheet is actually included as an exhibit 99.1 with this filing. This balance sheet is crucial because it's the very first financial snapshot of the company after it's gone public. It will show their assets, like the cash in that trust account, and their liabilities and equity for a newly public company, especially one that is essentially a shell company designed to acquire another business. This initial balance sheet is key to understanding its starting financial position, and of course Therese, the cover page interactive data file, which is standard for these filings and helps make the information machine readable for automated systems. So what's the big picture here? Muzero Acquisition Corp has successfully gone public, raising a significant amount of capital. The structure involving units with shares and warrants alongside a private placement and a large trust account. It's typical for a company like this, often a SPAC. The immediate focus for investors will be on how effectively this capital is deployed. The story here is one of freshly raised funds and the significant responsibility that comes with managing it. The potential for this company lies in its future acquisitions. The critical question is whether they will find the right targets and execute their strategy effectively. The initial success is in the fundraising, but the real test is what they do with that money. The market will be watching closely to see the company's next moves. What are your thoughts on Muzero Acquisition Corp IPO? Do you think they raised enough capital and will they make smart moves with it? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more. And don't forget to join our Discord community for even more in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.